I think it's beneficial here today to sit and say specifically um, what there is, and I think everyone's got a good sense of what frustrates us up at times, or what we think can be better or more fair. But this is the time now where hopefully the preparation on both sides, but certainly on our side, we get a good sense of things you want to fight for, things that you feel strongly about, and that you want to find ways to merge the gap to obviously find a way to come to an agreement that benefits everybody.
Now at pod 4, number 72 for the Ottawa Senators, Thomas Chabot.
About a guy you played with a long time ago, John Carlson, first AllStar game. Does that surprise you at all? He's been a mainstay on good teams for a decade now.
Yeah, I mean, it is surprising in a way, but I think you do know and understand how deep the league is. And sometimes guys just do fly under the radar. I know another guy on a team that's flied under the radar, Nick Backstrom, that I've had many battles with over the years and have a lot of respect for as a player. And it's certainly great to see him be here. I know I remember playing with him in London and our last year at junior, and just being wowed by just the type of talent he was, type of player, the dominant force he was on the ice. So, he's had great seasons for a long time. So it's great to see and very deserving the recognition of being an All-Star.
What were your memories of that year together?
Well, he was so good that they put him as a forward on the power play. So I think that just speaks to his ability offensively, and the minutes he was playing was 30-plus minutes. So it was all around game, and I think being able to handle that workload and still be as productive as he was, speaks volumes.
John, what took the scale for you between the Leafs and the Sharks when you made the final decision?
Yeah, when I made my decision, I just felt Toronto was the best fit for me in the short term and the long term, and the Sharks obviously it was a great option, a great opportunity, and was very appreciative of hearing what that possibility could be like. But the opportunity in Toronto felt like it was the right fit for me.
What's the relationship with Austin been this season?
It's been great. I think the more you spend time with someone, the more you're around someone, you obviously get to know them more and more, not just on the ice, but off the ice, and you get a sense of who they are as people, and kind of what makes them tick and whatnot. And you start to grow that type of bond when you go through a lot of ups and downs and a lot of battles together. So not just with him, but I think with all of my teammates, it's been fun just kind of fitting in and being one of the guys, and just being myself, and being around this young group. So much energy, so much youth and enthusiasm, and so much talent. It's great to be around, and it's impressive, guys like obviously Austin and many other guys on our team, their ability to handle everything that's going on around them at such a young age.
So how's your experience with Harry Marlowe?
It's been incredible. I mean, one of the best people, teammates I've met in the game. I think his dedication, his commitment, and also just the type of person he is, to whoever, whether it's one of the top players in our team, or to someone that you just we're seeing work in security in the arena. He treats everybody the same. Just the ultimate professional. It's great to see him play as long as he is and still be as productive as he is. He's certainly a great role model for me and my teammates.
John, those of us in San Jose don't really get exposed to Hassan a lot. You were in the meeting with him. What can you say? Can you speak to his enthusiasm and his passion for this organization that he left you with?
Yeah, I think what was most impressive to me was just his commitment, and certainly you felt a great relationship and I think structure amongst management and their organization, and when you see that, it makes a lot of sense why they've been so successful for so long, especially in an era when it's very difficult year after year to be as competitive as they have been.
You spent a number of years on Long Island where leaner years results-wise, you were contributing, waiting for the franchise to maybe come around. You see a player like Connor in Edmonton in a similar situation. How difficult is it to be patient and to just stick to doing what you do and waiting for things to come around?
Yeah, I think sometimes you can get very narrow-sighted, and and especially in today's world, everyone wants results and change so fast. But everything's a process. Everything takes time. And as a player, first and foremost, I just always just tried to look myself in the mirror the best I could every day about how I can help our situation, help this team, and make sure I was doing everything I can. And knowing when you make a long-term commitment, as I did when I obviously played my entry level and signed a 6-year deal, I was fully committed to doing everything I can to helping the team, helping the organization get to where you want to get to. And I just always had the mindset of just try never have an endless pursuit of that. Never take it for granted, and you never know how fast things can change, how quickly things can change, and just kind of looking at the bigger picture sometimes, and realizing that it's a long journey. So that's just kind of the way I always approached it.
You signed for 6 years, Connor signed for 8. You guys don't sign these long-term deals with the idea in mind that it might be a short stay. It's kind of a commitment on your part, and the organization's putting the money there. And you speak to what those long-term deals mean when you sign them.
Well, I think from a player standpoint, I think you make the commitment to be there for the long haul and to see it through the ups and downs. I mean, everyone's trying to do the same thing in this league. It's in a very competitive league. You see how quick things can change. Teams that finish at the bottom of the standings, and the next year they're in the playoffs. We have an expansion team make the Stanley Cup Finals. It's hard to explain sometimes, but that's what makes our league great and what makes sports great. So when you make that commitment, I just find you're there to go through the ups and the downs. And when a team is willing to give you that type of term or extension, I think you feel really fortunate and very appreciative that they have that much confidence and belief in you to be a part of the solution through those ups and downs. So you just work as hard as you can to try to find the answers, try to find a way to get to where you want to get to. Yeah, for the last year, the contract year, honestly, I just approached it like every other year. I was committed to doing everything I can to try to win a Stanley Cup in Long Island, and then obviously the first step of that is trying to make the playoffs. And I just figured all that stuff will take care of it when the time's right. If it was in season, after the season, before the season, I just tried to go about my daily business. Obviously, you think about it from time to time. There's no doubt, but when I went to the rink and my approach on how I wanted to go out there and play, and being in the daily grind of it and battle of it, I just approached it like I always have. I didn't want to change anything just because it was the last year of my contract. So for me, it was just kind of try to keep it as business as usual.
John, when you're coming into an All-Star game situation, what do you look forward to most?
I think it's just being around so much great talent, really the best of the best, and being around it and getting to know some of these guys as people. I think you always appreciate them as players, and it's good to be on the same side as some guys that you go battle with all the time, and they obviously sometimes they got your number, and so it's nice to kind of be on that side of it, but also you get to see what makes these guys great people, and why our game is so special. It's not just because of the talent and the skill set, it's because I think the makeup of hockey players and the camaraderie on your own teams, but also around the league, so that mutual respect for one another.
I think there's 11 or 12 guys that are here that are under the age of 22, which is crazy to think that that's the way the league's going right now.
Well, I think certainly players are more prepared than ever. Certainly, I think the emphasis on the speed of the game is only enhancing that, and you can see now, I think that as you see more young players have confidence and make the impact that they're making, the next generation of young players are going to feel very confident themselves that they can go out there and make that same type of impact. And with as well prepared as they are, I think obviously it's becoming part of the norm. So for me, it's great to be around them now, being in my 10th year, and trying to find ways, how I'm going to, continue to be effective and try to be at an all-star caliber level for a long time.
Nice to have Austin here with you.
Yeah, it's great. Obviously, he's had a remarkable season so far. Obviously, the injury was unfortunate, especially with the start that he's having. But he's obviously one of the best players in the world, special talent, and a great guy. So always great to great to come with a teammate.